There are goodbyes that make headlines, and then there are goodbyes that linger in the memory, quietly beautiful, deeply human. What happened on the tarmac at Nashville Executive Airport on Saturday, July 19th, was one of those moments, the kind that turns a famous couple into something more than tabloid fodder. For Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, it was a turning point, a testament to love, loyalty, and family bonds that run deeper than any football rivalry or pop chart. It all began weeks earlier, when the world discovered Scott Swift, Taylor's beloved father, had suffered a heart emergency and undergone coronary artery bypass surgery. The news sent waves of concern through Taylor's vast fan base and rattled the celebrity world. But inside the Swift family mansion, it was simply a time of anxiety, hope, and waiting. And that's where Travis Kelce, Kansas City Chiefs superstar, stepped out of the spotlight and into the role of steadfast partner. What followed was a rare glimpse behind the curtain, a story of resilience, devotion, and quiet heroism that played out far from the flashing cameras and roaring stadiums. During those tense days in Nashville, as Scott Swift battled through the early hours of recovery, Travis Kelce was never more than a room away. Football schedules, team expectations, and the approaching NFL season faded into the background. According to family friends, Travis did not leave the hospital for a single day during those critical first 72 hours. He was always there, holding Taylor's hand, asking the nurses questions, and making sure that every detail, from doctor's updates to late-night coffee runs, was covered. For the Swift family, his presence was more than a gesture, it was a lifeline. Andrea Swift, Taylor's mother, was often seen with tears in her eyes, moved by the way Travis helped Scott take his first tentative steps down the hospital hallway. It was a scene as ordinary as any family struggle with illness, and yet, for two of the world's most recognizable faces, it was extraordinary in its intimacy. Taylor, usually the one in control, the one comforting others, found herself comforted. She leaned on Travis, letting him shoulder some of the weight she'd carried for so long. The couple grew closer in those weeks, their bond forged not by grand gestures or public declarations, but by the quiet, persistent work of caring for someone they both loved. When Scott Swift was finally well enough to return home, relief swept through the family. The worst was over. The future, once so uncertain, looked a little brighter. But with Scott's improving health came the inevitability of parting ways, at least for now. Travis Kelce had a team waiting for him in Kansas City, a city buzzing with anticipation for the new NFL season. Taylor, too, had commitments, albums to finish, shows to plan, but more than anything, a desire to remain at Travis's side as he returned to his world. That Saturday morning, Nashville was still waking up as a convoy of black SUVs rolled quietly out of the Swift mansion's private drive. They moved in a hush, security teams orchestrating every detail. Umbrellas, black, oversized, almost theatrical, popped open as the cars neared the private jet area at the airport, shielding the couple from the eyes of the world. Only a handful of rare, grainy images captured the scene. The curve of Taylor's smile, the broad-shouldered silhouette of Travis beside her, both disappearing behind a wall of umbrellas and toward their waiting plane. There was no red carpet, no crowd of fans. Only a few close friends saw the last embrace between Travis and Taylor's family, the way Scott Swift gripped Travis's hand, or the way Andrea Swift smiled through tears. Under the shadow of those umbrellas, Travis and Taylor shared a brief, quiet moment, one final hug, a whispered promise, and then they were gone, swept up the stairs and into the sanctuary of their private jet. For outsiders, the security, the secrecy, the hush surrounding their departure might seem excessive. But for Travis and Taylor, privacy had become a necessary luxury. Their love story, so often dissected and debated by strangers, had found its truest expression far from the public eye. Those who know the couple best say this difficult period changed them. They were already close, one friend confided, but going through something so emotional as a team, as a family, brought them even closer. Travis was Taylor's rock, and Taylor was his home away from home. They really showed what it means to be there for each other. It wasn't just about surviving a crisis. The experience deepened their understanding of what partnership looks like. Travis, used to the noise and adrenaline of football, discovered a different kind of strength in the quieter rhythms of hospital life. Waiting rooms, whispered prayers, the slow measure of a loved one's heartbeat on a monitor. Taylor, always the storyteller, found that the best stories are sometimes the ones no one else sees. As the jet lifted off, Nashville fell away behind them, replaced by the endless blue above and the future stretching out ahead. For Travis, it meant a return to the Chiefs, to training camp, and the relentless drive of another NFL season. But this time, he was returning with a new perspective and a stronger connection to the woman waiting for him at the end of every game. The team, aware of his absence and the reasons behind it, welcomed him back with open arms. The whole team missed Travis, a teammate said, but everyone knows he did the right thing. That's the kind of guy he is. Now we're ready to get back to work with all the energy he brings. Inside Arrowhead Stadium, the anticipation was palpable. Chiefs fans, notorious for their loyalty, had watched the headlines with interest, their respect for Travis only growing as details of his Nashville stay emerged. In Kansas City, football is family, and Travis had shown the world exactly what that means. For Taylor, the journey was different but no less meaningful. She would be spending more time in Kansas City, balancing her own whirlwind career while supporting Travis. The couple's Nashville experience had ignited conversations about the future, about family, about commitment, about the possibility of taking their relationship to the next level. Those who know them best say that, while nothing is set in stone, this could be the year for big decisions. What makes the story so compelling isn't just the celebrity factor. It's the simple, universal truth at its heart, that love is most powerful when tested, that families are built in hospital corridors and airport goodbyes, and that true devotion is measured not in grand gestures, but in small, steadfast acts of care. Travis Kelce, often celebrated for his strength and charisma on the field, showed a different kind of heroism in Nashville, one that earned him the enduring gratitude of a Swift family and the admiration of fans everywhere. Taylor, whose every move is scrutinized, proved once again that her greatest strength lies in her authenticity, her vulnerability, and her unwavering loyalty to those she loves. Their airport farewell, shielded by black umbrellas and the hush of early morning, was not the end of their story. It was the beginning of a new chapter, one defined by resilience, partnership, and the knowledge that, whatever challenges lie ahead, they will face them together. As the summer wears on and the NFL season looms, all eyes will once again turn to Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs. Will he lead his team to another championship? Will Taylor Swift join the sea of red in the stands, cheering him on? More importantly, what will the next chapter of their personal journey hold? For now, the answers belong only to them. But one thing is certain, their time in Nashville has changed them, deepened their bond, and given them a story worth telling, one that goes far beyond touchdowns and chart-topping hits. Fans may speculate about wedding bells or future plans, but those close to the couple say the most important thing is the foundation they've built. Love, after all, is about showing up on the hardest days, in the quietest moments, when no one else is watching. The jet carrying Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift soared above the clouds, two hearts embarking on the next leg of their journey. Behind them, Nashville's rolling hills faded into memory, a place of trial and triumph, sorrow and hope. Ahead, Kansas City awaited, alive with possibility. Their story, marked by resilience and tenderness, is a reminder that even in a world obsessed with spectacle, it's the quiet moments that matter most. The private goodbye at Nashville's airport was not a headline for tabloids, but a memory for a lifetime, a testament to love's power to endure, to heal, and to begin again. As the football season begins and the music never stops, Travis and Taylor carry with them the lessons learned in Nashville, that family comes first, that love is a team sport, and that, together, they can weather any storm. This isn't just a story about a famous couple. It's a story about the best of us, about how, when the world is watching, the real victories happen behind closed doors, in the arms of those we love, and in the quiet promise of a new day.